Previously on the MT and Me. Okay, I got 3 left, so I'm kind of thinking if I put the jack in the center part here. Whoa, wait a minute. I have another clean break right there. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to brace that. Hello, Nomads. Welcome back to the MT and Me. Like we just showed you, we discovered a really big problem last week while putting our wooden supports in here on Pearl's roof. We discovered yet another place where the metal framing has broken. Actually, in this case, it's not rusted out. It's the framing itself isn't broken, but a weld has come loose. So we need to go in and secure that. This spot right here, where there's a butt weld joint from this to the cross piece, has come loose. Now you can't pull it down, but you can push it up. So what we're going to do is take some more of our angle iron and cut it to fit. We're going to have to just cut a notch out of one side on one end to fit, to attach to our cross beam. We can get like one screw in there to hold it in place, and then let the rest of it come on down and go up the side and along the bottom of the piece that's broken loose, so we can get a couple of screws, at least 1 or 2 in the bottom and maybe on the side, to hold it in place and keep that weld from moving around. So let's see if we can kind of sort of get some measurements here. This is going to come around, I figure, well, maybe we'll do it on a different side from the other, just to be different. We'll do it on this side, and I want this area to come right across here so that we can secure it. So what I need to do is basically mark how much I've got to cut. And then we'll cut it right along here so that only this part is out and it'll fit in place. And lengthwise, I don't know, let's go at least halfway back. Should be somewhere right in here. So I got my marks. Let's do some cutting. Okay, now hold it with the pliers because it's a little bit hot. But there's our cut for the gap, and of course our cut to length. As soon as this cools off, we'll see how it's going to fit. Okay, so we take this, I can butt it right up against this other piece of metal. We'll be able to screw it in place there, put a couple of screws here, maybe 1 or 2 on the sides, and I think that's going to give us a good, secure hold on keeping this in place. Won't be able to push up and won't be able to pull down. We just have to clamp it in place, get our holes drilled, and get the screws in. And you know, we've done this before, so maybe this will go smoothly. I just broke another bit. And this one is titanium. Ooh. Okay. Plan B. According to this handy dandy guide that came on these large screws that I used to secure my side braces with, it has a guide on the back saying what size bit you should use to put a hole in for your self-tapping or sheet metal screws. And since the screws I'm using to do this work are number 8 screws, it says to use a 1/8 inch bit. Okay, that's what I broke. This is a 7/64. It's the next size down. And it says that's for a number 7 screw. I'm hoping that the difference will not be significant enough to matter to these number 8 screws. Well, I finished the drill fairly easy. Now let's see if I can get the screw in. Oops. Mistake number 2. I forgot. These are hex head screws. I don't think a Phillips bit's going to put them in. Let me get the right connector. 1/4 inch driver. Fits perfect. Okay, mouthful of metal flakes, but the good news is that slightly smaller bit apparently didn't make a lot of difference. If anything, the screw's a better, tighter fit, and tighter is good in this case. Let's see if we can get those other holes drilled. For Lady Luck, let's put one more on the side. That, boys and girls, is how it's done. Although I am going to have to buy a new 1/8 inch titanium bit to go back in my collection, because this one is not going to drill again. Too bad. Fortunately, there's no more drilling here today, and this piece is now solidly in place. It's not welded there, but it is quite secure. So now we have 3 more trusses to put into place. Alright, this is interesting. These last 3 are really not touching in the middle. Especially these last 2. I see why here, because I have bolts that are holding it up. And I guess that's holding this up too. Right here in the middle. It's about a finger width, just in the center here. Which is not a problem for now. It may become a problem later on, but for today, I'm not worried about it. Because these things, these 2 are solidly in place. This one is actually still loose. So, I obviously am going to have to do something about that. But not today. What I am going to do is stop right here and call this basically a success. I broke a bit, and out of 8 trusses, I have 1 that's really not doing the job. It's not doing anything, as a matter of fact, except just sitting there. But that's not too bad, really. Considering I've never done this before. So stick around, keep watching. We'll see where it goes from here. But where it's going to go right now is into the editing suite, because kind of run out of time. It's gotten late today. I had hoped to do a little work on the Equinox this week. Told you a week or 2 ago that I had the vapor canister vent valve. That's what this is. Goes in the vapor canister underneath the car. That's the thing that hopefully will alleviate my problem about putting gas in the vehicle. You can't put gas in at full flow from a gas pump, because it backs up, the pressure backs up, and it keeps kicking the automatic shutoff in the gas nozzle. Keeps kicking it off, so you have to just kind of sit there and hold it with a little trickle of gasoline going in your tank. It takes forever to get a couple of gallons in doing it that way, let me tell you. So that needs to be fixed, and this hopefully will do it. Maybe we'll get to it next week. I ran out of time. I also realized that I actually need to pick up another jack stand for working underneath the Equinox. I've got 4 of those puppies, but you know what? They're holding Pearl up right now. And I really don't want to hassle with taking one out and moving it and then coming back. It's a lot more feasible to just buy another jack stand. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, so that we can get under the Equinox and do whatever work is necessary safely. Because I don't want anything falling on top of me. Been there, almost done that, and not fun, okay? The other reason we're cutting it a little short is I've got a real busy week this week. We're coming up on the Easter weekend, and there's a lot of things going on with my job, with work, that are going to keep me from having time to work on Pearl or the Equinox or anything else around here for the next few days. So we're just going to stop where we are. I hope that you have enjoyed today's venture. I feel kind of good about it because, you know, last week we were putting in the beams and we found a problem. And this week we came back and we fixed the problem and put the beams in and, well, kind of found another problem. Probably going to have to go into the roof and take those support bolts out. I'm not going to bother trying to explain what they are right now, but I'll show you in a future video. And yeah, they probably need to come out. So there's that. In other words, plenty of work yet to be done. Please stay with me on the MT and Me and continue supporting it, my nomies, because I love having you watch. I love getting your comments and your ideas and your suggestions. And above all, I love getting your likes. Those thumbs up really do help. Helps YouTube take notice and promote our videos even more. So, click subscribe if you're not a subscriber. You can click on the mtandme.com below. Find out all about the Mobile Traveler Company, which is not with us anymore, unfortunately, but hey, in their day, they were something, let me tell you. That's why we've got Pearl here. So, do all that, and by all means, tune in every week and see what's happening here with me and the MT on the MT and Me. Makes perfect sense. I love you, my nomies. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Have a great and meaningful Easter celebration, okay? Because that's what's coming up next. And I'm not sure what the next holiday will be. I have to look at my calendar. For now, I'm out of here. I'm Russ. Thank you. We'll talk later.